Phil, Swansea University, a further
Yeah.
tangled web. You're
Yeah.
famous now. You're actually communicating with the
I am.
Boston Globe Spotlight team. I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
The editor of the, and I take my hat off to him, the editor of the Spotlight team on the Boston Globe has been in touch about the issue. Now, the issue is, and I've got to be quite careful here because there are legal ramifications, but the issue is a man called Stephen Chan was jailed and sentenced to over 4 years, 4 years and 3 months in prison in Boston for fraud, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was also ordered to pay restitution compensation of $12.6 million. And that's a fact. And a man called Professor Stephen Chan at Swansea University is also have questions about his qualifications. These questions have been raised in the Welsh Assembly in Cardiff Bay by an Assembly member. And he seems to have come out of nowhere. We don't really know who Professor Stephen Chan is. So there are two Stephen Chans, right? As far as we know. And, I have put a series of questions to Swansea University about asking them to, respond to the fact that the fraudster, Stephen Chan, who was jailed in 2002, ask them to give them their reaction to that news. And that was done a week ago, right? At 7 a.m. on Thursday, 25th of February. And since then, I've heard nothing. I mean, that
Crickets.
is unbelievable,
Crickets.
really.
Yeah.
Absolutely zilch, right? I know that they've had it because I got a response at 7 a.m. to say, yeah, we'll look into it, thank you very much. And since then, I've heard absolutely nothing, right? Now, I don't know who this person is.
But you have photos.
I do have, there are photos. One of the issues is in relation to identity. One of the issues is that the Professor Stephen Chan changes his appearance. He's quite fat-faced in one photograph and quite thin-faced in another photograph. And also, if we are to establish this identity thing, even if I got a picture of the fraudster, who may or may not be the same Stephen Chan, I don't know, coming down the courtroom steps, it was 2002, which is, quite a long time ago, so...
12 years.
12 years, so you just don't know.
Excuse me, 14 years ago.
14 years, and the editor of Spotlight, because I've been in touch with him to say, what are the details, and he sent me, there is a website you can go on where you get all the details of felons and blah, 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 and, I've got all the details, and it is certainly a fact in relation to this fraudster called Stephen Chan,
Right.
who was jailed or imprisoned because he admitted his fraud in 2001 and then was sentenced in 2002 and got 4 years, 3 months. I mean, that's quite a substantial sentence.
Right. So he would have been out for 8 years if he didn't get out early.
Yeah, I mean, he, I don't know how long he
Yeah.
served, but he got out, but so at least he would have been jailed,
Right.
There's no doubt about that.
And we have no idea how long his parole
We no
supervision.
idea, really.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, if somebody out there can give me a clue as to how I establish whether these two Chans are one and the same, I don't know, then please do. At the moment, there are two Stephen Chans, right? I mean, there's this, as I say, there's this Professor Stephen Chan, University of Swansea, and there are question marks about his qualifications, and that has been raised in the Assembly in an official question in which Chan himself, the Vice-Chancellor of Swansea University, Richard Davis was named, and Chan's boss, Mark Clement, the boss of the management school, was named. They all three were named, so I have that. That is certainly true. And it is also true...
But you've also gotten no response to the question.
I've got no response. I mean, that's unbelievable, really, because at 7 a.m. I said, please give me your response to this. I've heard absolutely nothing since then. And at 7 p.m., so I gave them 12 hours, right, I put out this story, and you can see it on the eye, about a question of identity, right? You know, who is this guy, Stephen Chan? And we have asked Swansea University, and we've heard nothing, absolutely nothing. So I was in touch with, the editor of Spotlight, and he said, this is a very, very interesting problem. I felt like I was in that film, which is a great film, actually.
One best film.
One best film, Spotlight, fantastic film.
And they have a history, terrific. And they're known for their thoroughness. And, so if it's like a dog with a bone, and they will not let it go if there's nothing worse than to just say no comment or to try and close a door in their face.
Nothing worse.
It looks like we have Phil Parry
Absolutely.
as a dog.
Well, I don't let things rest either. So, if I'm on it and Spotlight are on it, then watch this space.
Watch this space, indeed.
Because we don't know who he is, but we will find out.
All right. You've been warned.